This is Clix on the Barbie. Join us as we talk about Clix in Australia, current heroclix happenings, and a dash of meta. Welcome to Clix on the Barbie, episode 11. I'm Ben Jones, and with me we have Rafael Souza.
Hello.
And Chris Rizzi.
What's happening?
In this episode, we're going to just have a look back at our week and talk about play in Australia. We'll have a 3 questions too many. We're going to talk about the 4 worst words to hear in We Need to Talk. We're going to do a bit of power ranking of The Flash, the new Wonder Woman set, and just have some general talk about heroclix. So let's turn on the gas, light the Barbie, and talk some clicks. Okay, boys, welcome and good to have you here. What's been happening in your week? What's been good? What's been bad? What's been ugly? And Chris, did you want to go? Have you got anything that's happened to you this last week?
You can say that. I cracked a rib trying to cut a tree down and body checked a tree, and gave me some back issues, so I'm kind of dealing with that, but it's all good. I'm on the mend, as always. I'm a strong Canadian boy, so it's all good. Go ahead.
It's made of sturdy stuff from in Canada.
Yeah, usually we can just run right through the trees is what we do, so... But other than that, nothing else.
I've heard you break the rib with a sneeze or something like this. You know,
I've never done that.
I have a friend that just sneeze once and then break a rib. Like she was so thin that anything that she did break stuff. So I think probably that's you, right?
Oh, that's not me. I drank my milk and made my bones pretty tough, but not this one. The tree got the better of me, so. But yeah, other than that, dealing with a new baby and being back at work, that's pretty much all my life has been. It's kind of sad.
It's sometimes we just move through each week, but it's always great to sort of find that high. And I'm sure with a new baby, there's always new experiences with that, so that's always really cool.
Yep, it's been pretty good.
Raf, what about you?
Let me see. Because I am still in lockdown, so nothing new is happening actually. Let's see, I started walking in the streets again just to go outside because we are allowed to walk outside, like exercise. So I started going for a 30 minutes walk outside. And what's pretty interesting is that, people are actually avoiding each other and there's no kind of ceremony to avoid the other. So if people see someone coming in the same pathway as you, they just cross the street or something or something like this. There is no need to kind of you just see another one and say, okay, I'm gonna go to the other side of the street. It's quite fun how the people are behaving on the street, even using masks and this kind of stuff. It's a new, looks like it's kind of like a new behavior, and it's pretty acceptable, something that it would not be acceptable, like crossing the street because you see other people, could be suspicious. But nowadays it's just, okay, that's fine, don't cross the street. I don't want to be close to you. So this sort of stuff is happening. Sorry, go ahead, Ben.
That you've really enjoyed, obviously getting back outside for a bit, it's been good, but anything else?
Let me see, in terms of I have played a little bit of Clix this week. I think it was first game in few weeks, I think. I know you guys are playing that format in the league. Do you remember which one is like? It's just Marvel and
Yes, no, for our
yes, for your league because
season 7.
yeah, for season 7, it's Marvel and DC, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's a modified Pauper.
Oh,
There was lots of people. It was, yeah. So it's Marvel DC. There were only
Mhm.
2 we could choose from, and it was the CR, but we couldn't have 2x2 characters
Mhm.
and no primes
No objects as well,
and
right?
no equipment.
Yes.
And Highlander, I think, as well. So
Mhm.
yeah, you could only use like, so you couldn't bring in lots of Doom bots or something like that
Oh, okay.
into it. So that's
Yeah.
that's our
So yeah, I
that's our
kind of
season
like
7.
Terry wanted to play test his team, and we decided to say, okay, I'm gonna make something here, and let's see how it goes. And then we played. I will not spoil his team. But I can tell you that like what I tried to do is like I did like a scientist thing,
Yep.
and it's quite good actually. I couldn't beat him. Like we played it twice. His team, I'm finding it difficult to beat his team, but I did like Molecule Man, Valeria Richards, Teen Lantern, Star Lab Scientist, Giganta, Wizard, and Nathaniel Richards, and Doctor Doom from the Fast Forces. What is this set? It's like
The
they started Fantastic
Cosmic
Four,
Clash.
yeah, Cosmic Clash, yeah. So it
Yeah,
was
the
like
battleground one.
yeah, FCC005.
Yeah,
The
so
one that
that's
is
the
like
fan.
300 points, but I just put him at 100. So it's like basically this Doom that has like running shot, energy explosion that gives tokens,
Yes.
and a bunch of support, like 40 points that gives support to him. So keep him alive. And he has like a stop click that is pretty cool because you can pick a defense power. You know that at that attack you pick a defense power for every attack on that stop click. So it's pretty cool. But he had like a bunch of stealth and this kind of thing. I couldn't actually like go through the stealth. So and also we forgot something. I think that it worth to mention here. There was even a discussion on Facebook page about this. You know, for example, Giganta, right? Giganta has Quake, okay? Quake
Yes.
grants you knockback, right?
Yep.
The key phrase knockback, okay. However, if Giganta is not activating Quake, but she's still making like an attack, you are still entitled to use knockback, right?
So she's yes, Gigantic Prime.
No, not the prime because we cannot use the prime. So
Okay, so just
it's
normal one.
the
But so
normal
normal one's
Giganta.
just got she's just got normal Quake,
Yes, normal Quake.
and yeah, and I believe Quake grants knockback. So and even if you
Yeah, Quake grants not knockback.
knockback becomes inherent ability that you can use.
Yes, like the key phrase, right? So Quake starts with knockback and then like dash dash and then something else, right?
Yep.
So it means that you
Let's have a look.
you have like let me open.
Yeah, so Quake is knockback,
Yes.
and then double slash when his character makes a close attack. They may target all of
Yes.
adjacent opposing characters.
Yes.
My understanding would be because it's just says knockback, even if you're not using Quake, you still get knockback.
Yes, correct.
It's like having Force Blast.
Yes,
You get knockback.
yes,
You don't
yes,
have
yeah,
to use
correct.
Force Blast to knock them back.
Correct. Yes.
So it becomes that inherent ability.
Yes.
And with knockback being three squares, like knockback is now that just 3 squares in general. Like you just knock people back 3 squares.
So what? And every time I play that Giganta, I always forgot to like use her knockback. That can be helpful, you know. So because you can also retaliate, and then you kind of like can place her in a position that the knockback will actually help you. But I keep forgetting about this, even if because I thought it was kind of like related to Quake that that I need to use Quake. But no, it's like you granted with the keyword, right? So you can use knockback even if you make like a normal attack. So you can probably position Giganta in a position where you can just knock someone back to the place that will help you somehow, you know, like. But I forgot that.
Because it may be that. Yeah, it may be that knocking off a building so that they can't retaliate as easily against.
Yeah,
you,
or even if you want to, split a team, like in pieces, like okay, you Quake and then send everyone else like in a different direction, for example. So
I think knockback's one of the things people tend to forget when they roll doubles and especially basically on a critical hit, which is the double.
Yeah.
That's one we generally forget because we're just quite happy to have done the extra damage, and you're always excited when you hit a critical hit. So
exactly.
I think
so I forgot that a lot.
Knockback.
And if I could, for example, knock him back out of like the hindering stuff and then send him out of stealth. But I forgot like the 2 games that we played. I completely forgot about knockback, and like this. Like changed the game a bit, but that's one of the things that you need to keep practicing not to forget when you kind of like play for real, right? So yeah, that's it. I think I talked too much, but that's that's my week.
No, that's fine. We're here to talk heroclix, and I enjoy that talk about play. And so interested to hear and that because with this season 7 that we've got is a winner map, and I think we've got 6 people playing in it. For myself, my week's been pretty normal, just going to work and coming home and just enjoying. But I did get to play heroclix on last Friday night. My friend came over and we went for a round 2 of the WWE heroclix.
Oh, nice!
And that was really great fun again. I've just found them to be really enjoyable, and I think of I've played through all the characters, all the Clix I've got, which are the WWE ones, and we had 2 games, and in one of them, Asuka just dominated. She took out everyone of my team. She was playing the other side. I was like, no, because I really like Asuka, but yeah, she dominated and managed to KO all characters, and so that was really good fun.
Oh, nice!
And and it's it's not super competitive. We're just having fun, but looking for trying things that we can do. And I really enjoyed playing them, and just continue to learn about different characters and how they work. I played Kane for the first time, and he has like a turnbuckle. I can't remember fiery posts, and I was fortunate enough. My friend had 2 people in the corners. They have to be next to 2 hindering terrain markers or 2 hindering terrain, and was able to do my fiery post for it. So it just they just have a really nice feel when you play them. If you're a wrestling fan, that's what I found. So playing WWE Clix was certainly one of probably the good things about my week.
Looks like that people don't find WWE fun enough to put on the Pauper League, right?
I am gonna say just we ban WWE altogether. So that's just me.
Yeah. I would have. We had discussion for this season 7 about whether we include WWE, and it was just chosen to go with the two Marvel and DC, because WWE certainly brings something new and different when you play, and also with the new powers interact, they have the one downfall is that because we don't put tokens anymore, that was really beneficial for WJ figures. But now they have a lot more of the comboing of powers together with the way the rules work. So that was interesting to see how that goes too when we were playing through. And so I was learning a lot more about them playing and just really enjoyed them. I look forward to Wave 2 of WWE at sometime soon.
Nice.
The other thing I'll just say that sort of made me happy last night was I found that the RAF set may be here in Australia next week. And it went to the distributor and they were saying that August 12th they were looking for it to get into Australia. So I was like, fingers crossed, it should be here. What do you guys think?
Do you trust that? I don't trust that. I don't trust that.
And I guess with past experience, having a bit of trust, and that's hard. Do you have a prediction? Do you think it would be here, or do you think how many weeks away may it be? Raf,
let's say if it says 12th of August, I would say sometime early September. I would go with a month delay, so 12th of September.
We'll check back then a bit later on and see if you're right. What about you, Chris? Do you think it'll be here on time, or?
No, I think it's going to be the end of August. So probably I would like it to be there by the 23rd, like on store shelves, but I doubt that's going to happen. So.
Okay, so 20, yeah. So I try to be an optimist in this situation, and I look forward to end of next week going and grabbing a case from the shop and opening it, and I'll cross my fingers for that. I feel like it'll be delayed, but I will try to be positive about it and say it'll be here next week, and I'll be able to go grab some. And we're looking to have an event at our shop next weekend, so that'd be perfect for us.
How much of that are you planning to buy? Like a case or like a few boosters, or how much?
I will
start with, okay, a case to start with, right? And then if you just like passing by the store and stuff, you buy more.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. I pass by the store every day, and so that's the hard one.
Oh my god! I bet you just do that specific, path just to go by the store, right? Just because.
Yeah. Well, I have to stop and get out of the car. So good of late, and haven't gone in and got any heroclix. So bought new packs because I've been waiting for this RAF set. I will get a case, and usually I get a case, and Alan will get a case, and then we'll do some sealed together. So we'll get together, we'll open 2 packs each, play a game, and we play 3 or 4 games like that. It gives us a good chance to test out a whole range of different figures straight off before we just go, cool, I want to just play Blackheart and and all these Hellfire Club soldiers, so it gives us a chance to play different things.
Yeah.
Then after that, it'll be, do I feel like I want some more? Was I happy with what I pulled? And we'll just have to wait and see after that. Usually ends up probably get 2 cases overall at generally. And if we have a seal, there's like another 2 packs for myself and then 2 packs for my son Max. So there's another 4 just straight out. And he's like, I might as well just keep buying then.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's where I'll be at. Nice. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I'll be able to open my case at the end of next week. And as Raf, as you said before, we have there's the season 7 of our virtual league, and that's that modified pauper. I'm involved. I want to go in and have some fun playing, and I've chosen to go with a Fantastic Four team, and I've been trying to think about doing the Invisible Woman swapping, so giving myself a few options. So I guess a quick rundown of my team is I've got a Dr. Doom from the Future Foundation set at 30 points. I've got She-Hulk from the Future Foundations as well at 75. I've got Nathaniel Richards 25.
Okay.
We've got Valeria for 40. I've got Franklin. I really wanted to play Franklin Richards
Mhm,
at 65, so the pick a power one.
Oh
I've
yeah,
got
nice. That gives power cosmic, right,
So
to everyone.
yeah, and that's and being a Fantastic Four theme, it's going to give that power cosmic
Which Valeria are you using?
to
Oh,
those people in
sorry,
four.
Invisible Woman. You said.
Yeah, so Invisible Woman would be is the common from the Fantastic Four set, the 40-point one,
Fantastic.
and I've also got Adolf Impossible on there, so just from the normal set, and I've also got Adolf Impossible for 25, and then on my bench I've got Mad Thinker, Diablo, Wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Today +1s for sidekicks and captains, and Doom also has that. So I get Fantastic Four, Scientist, Mystical, and Robot. I can get a +1 to my sidekicks. No, and Adolf Impossible's the only one on my team at the moment. But I do, and what I really liked is I had to go and try different things, and
why not the Invisible Woman that I think the starter set, the one that you need to start at 4 squares or something like this. Why not that one?
I wasn't. That one didn't really interest me too much. So I wanted to try to get some swapping off of the bench because I've got some people on the bench. And I'll try to swap that around.
Yeah.
So that's what I was looking doing for the Meta League. And so I'm looking forward to playing and trying that out. It's just for a bit of fun. I haven't played that sort of team yet, so I just want to have a bit of fun.
Nice.
And Chris, you take it away for a bit of 3 questions too many.
All right, 3 questions too many, where we ask 2 questions usually about heroclix, and then we just have one random question that comes out of nowhere. So the first question: what is your favorite power to use? Let's go with Ben. What's your favorite power to use in the heroclix PAC?
This is really hard, but the power I enjoyed using the most is poison. I think I get the most satisfaction after using poison on someone. I just really enjoy moving up next to someone and just doing that free damage. And especially if we get characters that have penetrating poison, that's even better. And
I like this one. Remember me about Widow.
And I love that penetrating poison. And on the flip side, I like the WWE, the submission hold, and that makes them immobile as well. And you just hold them there, and you just keep poisoning them or submission holding them. And yes, I really enjoy using poison. It feels good because it's not a power you can sort of go, cool, I'm going to throw someone up there and poison someone, because you can't do that. You have to sort of be deliberate or draw people into you, and then cool, poison, take click of damage. And when your character gets turned onto a click of poison, like, yeah, cool, okay, I could use that here.
What is the one that you
really enjoy?
What is the worst that you don't, the one that you don't like the least? You like?
Whoa, Raph! Again, you're jumping ahead questions here.
There is no question like this.
Not this
there
week.
isn't, but for the future.
No.
You have to think about
Okay, so next week. Okay, no, I'm not jumping ahead.
This isn't 4 questions too many. This is 3 questions too many.
I'm not jumping ahead. I am just making more interesting for next week.
Okay. So the teaser. Okay.
Yes,
that
correct.
Works.
That's it. Okay.
Coming
next week, we'll find out which power.
Favorite power?
Coming next week. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, coming next week.
So for me, Chris again. For me, I'll go poison. I just really enjoy it.
Awesome. All right, Raph. Let's go with you, buddy.
I will try to answer just this question because I'm not allowed to talk about the other question.
Yeah, that's next week's trouble.
Next week, true. Okay. My power that I like. Let me think.
What do you get the most enjoyment out of?
At the moment, So if you asked me before the rules, it would be post wave, right? But now
Yeah.
post wave got a little bit stupid, I think, with just like one damage. So you don't have that feeling that you can kind of like destroy someone with just like one shot.
Yep.
So it's not like that good. Let's see. Okay, I think I would go with flurry. Flurry is nice. You know, like that
Okay.
thing that you can like do 2 attacks that just feel really good. So yeah, I would say flurry.
Oh, nice. That's a good one. For myself, I have to go with prob. Just
Sure.
to re-roll everything
Yeah,
for all the attacks. That is my favorite.
yeah, and
Especially when
definitely.
you have someone hit a critical hit and then you prob them and
That
then
feels
it goes
good,
to a
right?
critical miss. It feels
Yeah.
real good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great when you manage to do that to someone else. It's just terrible when it happens to you. Critical hit,
Yeah.
and then into a
that's
critical miss. It's like no.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
just
So we got poison, we got flurry, and we got prob. So that's some good answers for that one. All right, question number 2. And now this was brought up by Raf last week,
Yes.
so that's why it's in this 3 questions together.
Okay.
If you could bring in one set or universe into Clix, what would it be? So if it's like anime, you got My Hero Academia, Bleach, Naruto. We do have Star Trek, but if you want to bring in Star Wars, what would you want to bring in? Let's go with Raph on this one.
Can it be the whole like Masters of the Universe stuff?
Yes, it can.
Yeah, okay, cool. I would like to see like some He-Man stuff, you know.
Okay.
Like he deserves
that
it.
would work.
Yeah. Along with the maybe. Can I say another one? Am I allowed to add another one? Not another question, right? Okay, but just another.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Another
Go
theme.
with another one.
Because it is the same along the same line, so I would say Thundercats.
Okay.
Okay, good. I think those two kind of like deserve a Clix version of them.
You know what? I don't think I've ever seen Thundercats before.
Oh no, you never watch it?
No, never
So
watched it.
you don't know that's words like Thundercats, oh that stuff. You don't know that stuff? Okay.
No, I don't know.
Oh my
The
god.
only reference I know is from Robot Chicken where they ask Lino what kind of weather's coming in, and he's like, thunder, thunder,
Yes.
thunder. That's the only Thundercat reference I sort of know. So
yeah, can you imagine like a power? It would be like Thundercats, ho! You know, I can imagine that.
I could imagine that it'd be leadership, and you could do that off and bring all characters from 3 squares away in next to you.
Yeah.
So, like be like rallying the troops with Thundercat. Oh,
Yeah.
and both good choices. You've got like He-Man and
Same
Skeletor.
for He-Man, like Grayskull stuff, you know, like.
yeah, and you can also bring in She-Ra and stuff.
Yeah.
That's part of the universe. Yep.
It is definitely.
And you start looking and go, well, there'd be some cool maps that you could have with that, with Castle Grayskull, etc.
Yeah.
You've got equipment that you can bring in,
Yes.
and 2 by maybe
the sword, right? The sword.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff that could happen with both of those licenses, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Ben. What do you have for your universe or set that you can bring in?
Mine feels a bit probably not mundane, but mine feels a bit more. It's a bit more comic-y. I've been a big fan of Savage Dragon for a really long time, and I would love to bring in a Savage Dragon and bring a bit of that universe. Lots of great characters and that, plenty of characters to go around, and they could certainly make a set or a micro set with that Savage Dragon. So that would be mine. I guess the other one that sort of slips in is because I did rafting, would be, and as a fan for many people, is Transformers. That would be really cool as well to have some vehicles and things like that.
Oh yeah, that would be really interesting.
Yeah, lots of RAM in that one then.
there'd be lots of RAM, but you could also have like the switching focus from switching from like the robot to the vehicle
And
or something like that. If you
they
need
would
be,
bring like vehicles back, right? So
yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be mine. So Savage Dragon and
Yeah.
Transformers would be really cool to have.
Now the Savage Dragon, is that that's the same universe as Hellboy and stuff, right?
It's it's an image comic, and so they've certainly crossed over with Hellboy before. It's more so
Yeah,
in the
because we did have the Hellboy.
Spawn.
oh,
Yeah,
did
so
we?
I've had
Yeah, we
some
had
Hellboy.
Hellboy in Clix form. Yeah.
So they had a
Oh.
micro set, and they had like that micro set, and Hellboy was in the indie set as well.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And in the indie set they had some of that image characters from Top Cow and things like that. Just didn't have Savage Dragon. I just love to have a Savage Dragon. I've really enjoyed him as a character, reading him through the years. So
Okay, that's cool.
it'd be good to have the green finned dragon on there. So yeah, I've really enjoyed that series as a read. But yeah, cool. So that's me.
Awesome. For myself, I got to go with the anime. First up is a show that I watch every Sunday, pretty clockwork, and that's One Piece with Luffy and Zoro and all them. That's my bread and butter for Sundays. It's actually quite nice, I'd say.
What is the name? One Piece.
Yeah, One Piece. Yeah, it's anime with about pirates and
Oops.
powers and stuff. So that's the
When I
one set that I would say.
googled the One Piece, and then came some bikinis and stuff. So
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
probably
okay.
I'd probably add anime to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
just
Yeah.
add-
I added Zoro. So.
Did
okay.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Zoro.
Zoro.
Nora Zoro.
It's like
Yeah.
Zoro. You know, the Zoro is the guy with the mask, isn't it? Zoro.
Yeah, that's Mexican though, or
Yeah. That's the
Something
best.
else, right?
That's the original Zoro.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not-
So
So you don't want
I
that
would go with
Zoro.
that. No, the
Okay.
one from One Piece is better.
Okay.
And it's a toss up for my next two because it's Naruto and Bleach, because both are just great series. I mean, I've watched all of Naruto, and that's over. God, it's got to be over 1,000 episodes. There's a lot out there.
Mm.
Going from Naruto to Naruto Shippuden, and then to Boruto, the son of Naruto.
Oh my god.
And yeah, there's quite a few out there. So
This stuff looks
and
like Dragon Ball Z.
it sort of is a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z is too much power, I think, and Naruto is more. What's the word I'm looking for? A little more.
Like mortal guy and stuff, not
Yeah,
power
mortal.
stuff. Yeah,
People die.
okay. People die.
People
okay.
die in it, which is yeah.
Okay.
So those are my two, and Bleach is I just love Bleach. So yeah, that's mine.
Okay. Cool.
So thank you for that, guys. We'll move on to question number 3.
Sorry, Chris.
Yep.
Chris, I think the One Piece would be good. Heroclix players seem to love their pirates, so pirate figures. So that would go down really well in the Heroclix community, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think it would be, but that's just me. I was kind of setting this question up to say bring in a Loki set from the TV show, but I thought that was a little too comic booky and Marvel, so I'll save that for another question some other time.
Yeah. Another question, please.
Yep, another question. I'm not going to say that now. All right, so question number 3. You have $5,000 to do something with. The wife lets you have it free and clear. What do you buy or spend it on? I'm going to go first because this is my game plan, and that's to upgrade my computer system so I can get a whole streaming setup done. And yeah, that's what I'm My wife's letting me do that, which is good. So let's see what you guys are spending your money on. Ben, what do you figure?
If there's all the practical things, but if it's free money, I'm probably buying another kayak and maybe upgrading the one I've got. I really enjoy my kayak, and I enjoy going for week long paddles on the river, and so it'd be nice to just maybe upgrade some of my gear, and then I'd probably also then spend the rest on buying those heroclix I haven't managed to get my hands on yet that I've been looking for. So I'd be, if I got that money to spend, I'd be willing to probably foreign postage to get everything that I want. So it'd be my kayak and heroclix for me.
Okay, cool. Raf, what do you have $5,000? What are you buying?
It's like I feel pain, like, because there are some stuff that like you need to buy, and there are other stuff that you want to buy. So there's always this balance, right? So but if you
Could I spend
again,
$5,000 on my house? Yes.
yeah, right. So
Sorry.
I'm quite sure there are stuff for your house that you probably need to buy with 5,000, right? So, I would say, okay. So let's think about this question, as I want to buy something just for me and doesn't matter anything else. I would go with, so I also need to upgrade my computer as well,
Yep.
because it's not like, it's like, I'd say 40 years old, I think, so it's still holding on, but needs an upgrade. But there's other stuff that I want is, I'm looking for like a laser cutter for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to I want to buy one, that, but it's probably like 2,500-3,000. So probably I would go with a laser cutter.
All right. That's cool.
Yeah.
That just lets you start up doing your own stuff. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I want to start cutting some stuff. Like you can cut like acrylic, wood, and this sort of stuff, and then maybe you can even make some money and sell some stuff. But it's just the idea
Yep.
is to kind of like build some heroclix trays and this sort of stuff.
Oh, good. That's awesome. All right. Well, thank you for 3 questions too many. Let's move on.
What do we have
Okay.
next?
Next,
Sorry,
we're going to move
I
into
thought.
the.
Yeah, I thought this title is the worst or the best. Is the worst 4 words to hear. We need to talk. I'd like that heading for myself. So I'm just patting myself on the back for that.
I do like it. It's when you hear those conversations start off like that. I still think I'm having trouble with my voice thing. That my
No, that's
Wi-Fi is
good.
playing up.
No, that's good.
No,
Is it still?
you're doing good.
You're good.
Okay, sorry.
Go
Yep.
ahead.
Yeah. So the 4 worst words to hear. We need to talk. And I guess we're going to talk about, have you ever taken a step back from heroclix, from playing? What were the reasons that you may have taken a step back from the game? What's the reason? What keeps you coming back to playing heroclix? Because there are plenty of other things that we can be doing rather than sitting playing with these little things, these little plastic. So what keeps you coming back to the game? So let's go. Have you guys ever taken a step back from heroclix, playing heroclix, and moved to something else or anything like that? Ever done that?
Well, I have right now because it's been a good 4 months since I actually played a game. So, and the reason is COVID. But there has been times where back home something would happen at an event, and then I just kind of blackball that location because either the store owner did something wrong, and then we had 3 other venues that we could play at. So those are the reasons that I usually step back. It's that and COVID. So yeah.
So about the experience that you had when you'd gone to a store to play?
Yeah.
So experience in playing, so yeah, can make you sort of draw back from playing the game, and yeah, and obviously not being able to get to a store to play if you, it also makes it really hard. So yeah, definitely. Raf, you've only been playing for a short time. Have you stepped away any time, or have you thought about stepping away?
Yes, I did, and yeah, probably. So I think like what basically makes me like go away of the game is like the experience as well. Sometimes I don't know what happens. I don't know if it happens with you guys, but I just don't have fun playing the game for a moment. I don't know if it's like if I play too much and then I don't have fun anymore. But depends on the state of the game. There is nothing I can do to kind of like beat the other team, or I don't like the state of the game for the moment. So let's say the meta nowadays is just like cross the map and just looks like, let's say, the first player who plays first wins, right? Or has like a great chance to win, like wiping out the other team or damaging the like half of the team, like this kind of stuff. And you don't see a way to get away of it and survive, and etc. So you just don't feel you want to play because you kind of like can figure out what's gonna happen. So that it's gonna be either me or the other player that will cross the map and just destroy everything. So I just don't want to play. And so let's wait for a next set and see how things will change or something like this. And sometimes about the experience as well. So I was almost, for example, on last nets that we had 2019, I was almost about like not to play nets because the way the things were going, the whole experience and stuff, like I was like, okay, what's happening here? Like I was trying to kind of like bring new stuff, and then people were not liking the way I was playing in this, and I was not having like very positive feedback. So I was like, okay, I'm not playing this stuff anymore. But like for some reason, this looks like drugs, because you always come back to the game. I don't know. It's just weird. It might be the smell of the clicks, or something like this. There might be some sort of like addicting component in the game, or like in the pieces or something that it was. Oh
Well,
my god!
you got to think that for opening the boosters, it's turned into pretty much a lottery to see if you win.
It's
So
gambling,
that's
isn't
opening
it?
boosters, right? It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of addictive doing that, because if you see a couple boosters on the top on the shelf and you think, oh geez, I wonder what's in there, then you try to open and you pull nothing,
No.
you feel lower, that's for sure.
Yeah, I
So-
feel like a loser, right? So why did you
Yeah.
spend like $20 on nothing, like on this crap? Like I could just buy the stuff like directly from like Drawing Toad, like something like this.
Yeah.
But,
So it's
It's-
always the chase for something better, right? And that's also for winning your game, or stuff like that, right? That's what keeps you coming back is the pursuit for happiness in it, right?
Yes, correct.
It's the pursuit of that game where it's tight, it's close, it's come down. You've got one left, and you know that the next hit is going to win the game, and it's that excitement of that. I hear what you're saying, Raf, when you set everything up and map, and they go bang, 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 and you go, okay, so I can't really do much more. It certainly takes away for some of the enjoyment. I guess that's that high level play is a bit like that, and so I guess that's why I sort of turned to that. Hey, I'm playing at home against my friends, and we're just enjoying the fun and having fun and just trying out different things. And it's those different environments that you play in.
Mm.
I know for myself, I've sort of, I don't know, it's not stepped away, but sometimes I'm more passionate about the game, and then sometimes my passion wanes a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, and so not so much step back, but just not be as passionate about organising
Mm-hmm.
things
Mm-hmm.
and being the person who sort of organises a little bit more, organises things around here. That then probably impacts. So I was about to get things up and rolling just recently for this sort of next 3 month period for heroclix, and then we had lockdown. So like, okay, I'm a bit more cautious now, and
Mm-hmm.
finally we've worked that out. We've worked out a schedule for the next couple of months to play, which has been good. And yeah, but I was a little bit okay. I can wait, and so I was a bit more. My passion was a bit lower. I still love playing every week as much
Mm-hmm.
as I can. So it's yeah. So it's about yeah, whether I'm feeling very passionate at the time or not feeling really into it. So that's sort of what works for me. But yeah, it keeps me coming back. Is that I want to get that feeling of that fight really close, and I don't know who's going to win,
But
rather
is
than
this like a fake feeling that doesn't exist anymore, or that thing still exists? You know, like that. You know, when you have a feeling that things from the past were better, like saying, "Oh, how I know," like for example, like World of Warcraft. Oh, the classic game was so good, you know, like. But then the game is crap and this kind of stuff. This is always the comment for, you know, like games like this that goes for like years and years and years. People have some sort of like, you know, like nostalgia, you know, like about like things from the past and this kind of thing. Like, does that game still exist? Like, where you kind of like, you know, play really close to each other, like for the last shot or this stuff, or it's like a different game today with, you know, all the rules changes and etc.
I I think with the rules, I guess it's the way the game has evolved to be move a lot quicker.
Mm-hmm.
But we see games get played right out really quickly. But you still
Mm-hmm.
see games where people still have half a team left over, because it's been that sort of like a 40 to 60 point thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, yeah, I guess you look. Well, I look forward to those ones that are really tight and close,
Mm-hmm.
and they are few and far between. It's not something that, and you can't sort of manufacture it. It's just sort of the way it sometimes plays dice rolls and everything like that. But yeah, so sometimes there's a bit of nostalgia going, oh, I remember that game. It was really tight and really close, and I
Mm-hmm.
really into that.
Yeah.
And and then you're playing and going, oh, okay, that was turn 3 and I got wiped out. I wasn't expecting that. And it's so if you go into a high level tournament, you just go knowing I want to bring a high level
Yeah,
team, and
that's
that's what's going
fine.
to
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, and if I'm playing on a Friday night, I'm thinking I usually let them build first. So my friend doesn't own heroclix. No, actually, I lie. He got his first heroclix. He brought Andre the Giant, WWE, and I let him build, and then I look at what he's built, which is usually pretty good. He picks out the good figures, and then
Mm,
not something equal. So we, get a chance to use all those different powers and as much as
mhm.
possible. And I was, you look at a team and you go, oh, that guy's really, I'm going to go take him out straight away. And then you go, oh, but I didn't get to use that thing. We try to, yeah, it's just that different kind of play.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. What do you think,
But
Chris?
Sorry, I was a little distracted, guys,
Yeah,
on
I
that
mean,
one.
that's
I
okay.
was the
What
question is basically like, you think that the game changed, and it's not never going to go back to what it was, and it's like a different game, or you still have that old feeling, like for like the nostalgia stuff, you know, like.
No, I think clicks is clicks. You're not. Everything evolves, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you can. Uh, Yeah, I don't think there's nostalgia in Clix that much. It's
Okay.
at least I don't feel that way.
And
But
you don't have that stuff, right? You don't have like, oh, the game was really good in the past and now it's crap. So it's just like evolved, and that's what it is.
that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Because I
Okay.
mean, you got good sets here and there, and you got bad sets here and there. So
Mhm.
you're never gonna. It's never gonna be a perfect game unless
Mhm.
you can try to play the perfect game against someone, right? So
Mhm. Mhm.
um, yeah, that's probably pretty much all I gotta say about that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I think I've enjoyed the evolution of the game as it's gone forward. The in White Powers making characters feel more comic-y or feel like what they can do in the comics. So that was certainly a good invention, which then has led on to, in some ways, a different style of play. But you still see the types of play that we had, 10 years ago. It's just different characters and different values.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
So, yeah, I guess Chris, what keeps you coming back to the game? So you've had, you're having a bit of a hiatus at the moment with not being able to play. Why do you
Uh,
still want to keep coming back and playing?
a couple of reasons. It's the people I play with is the main one. I like the Melbourne guys here. I miss my players back in Edmonton. The other one is the collector in me is I love collecting stuff. So comic books and clicks. I sort of I'm not a completionist, but I like collecting my stuff. So that's mine. That's why I keep coming back.
Comic books and the clicks certainly go very closely together for me as well. That's the reason why I got into playing, and yeah, that's because I collect comic books now, so I was able to play with those figures. So I totally get you there. That's it. That's certainly what got me in, and still keep me coming back as
Yeah.
well. Cool, excellent. So that's all worst ways to hear. We need to talk. Unless you guys have anything else you want to add.
Nope.
Okay, let's
No, I'm good.
move power ranking. You good? Yeah, we'll move on to power
Yep.
ranking.
All good.
Yeah, cool. Okay. So in power ranking, we're just going to look at Lave, which is the Flash from that Wonder Woman 80th anniversary set. And the question is he the best piece in heroclix today? And I guess I just want to talk about that. I was looking at some of the teams from the Clix Cup. I've had a chance to play the Flash myself, and from the Clix Cup, I noticed that many of the teams had Flash on there, and I was just wondering. I was thinking, is he the most powerful, or is he the best piece? So powerful is probably different to the best, but is he the best piece? Look, he's 30 points, and generally you're playing 2 flashes, so that's 50 points. And you played a double charge one. You've got DK from the other one. I just think he's a root to any team that you play. He has a multitude of keywords, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
He is
Yeah.
just
Bunch.
Central City, Future, Justice League, Justice Society, Past, Police, Scientist, Speedster, Teen Titans, and Young Justice, which is kind of cool.
that is really cool. But you look at some of those keywords, scientists. So easily goes on scientist teams. We know that they're very popular. Matching him in with gigantas and high evolutionaries. You've got Justice League, also another keyword that's can be really well used. I just think he is probably
You have future.
piece in modern at the
Future
moment.
that you can go
Yeah,
with Doom, right?
Yeah, future,
Yep.
yeah, past. So I just go. He got that versatility. You have he's got a double charge, but he's also got leadership. You can if you put him on a Justice League team, or you can copy the Wonder Woman team ability, because he's got the team player, so that gives super senses on a 4, 5, 6. I just think he has so much versatility, and he's available for so many teams that I think he is that. I guess maybe the MVP at the moment of heroclix. What do you think, Raf? You've played him a bit. What do you think?
I think he lost a lot without the octopus arms. He lost a lot. So I stopped playing him when the octopus arms rotated out. Because like I think he needed that flurry from the octopus arms, because like 3 damage might not be enough. And the double charge is kind of like, can be situational, because you cannot like charge for free, right? So it means you have to do like a second attack. You have to do a second attack with an object. So I think like if you play like against like a really, really experienced player, there is ways of work around him that he's still good. Not sure like if the best piece. I like it a lot. I just think that people will start to realize how to play around him. For example, you just destroy the object that Flash can pick up, for example. So he will not be able to charge twice without the object if you destroy one object, or just pick up the object when you move, right? And another thing is that I saw like Tyler Speed's game, and then like you can just throw 2 like bystanders with poison and he's gone. Flash is gone, right? So I think he's quite like fragile. He's really cool, but also very fragile. He dies pretty quick. So that's what I felt from my games. Like, that's okay, I can send him, but I was fine sending him to hit like for 9 damage. So if I did like 1 charge and 1 charge flurry, that's fine, because like I was hitting for 9 damage. And if he dies, that's okay, because like 9 damage for like a 30 points, that's fine, right? But when he lost that, flurry, and then it's a potential that you lose the second charge or do nothing if you cannot find an object, then he starts getting a little bit, okay, what I'm gonna do with this like 3 damage, right? You probably, like, if you're hitting someone with impervious or invincible or something, invul, it's just gonna do 1 damage. So, and he's outwittable, so you can outwit senses and just kill him. So yeah, kind of like him, but I have my concerns about him.
Do you play 2 flashes?
Yes,
So
my
would you
scientist
play
team
the
was
30
like
and
the
20?
TK one and the
So
normal
that
one.
TK gives you the extra 2 squares of movement.
Correct. Yeah.
I just think that he is, I guess, that valuable piece. For 50 points, you're getting 2 pieces. You've got an attacker, you've got a TKer, you've got leadership with it as well, and you've got prob. And so for 50 points, it just gives you a lot of things that you can do. I understand with losing the Ock arms and not having flurry, and it does make that second charge harder, but I still think there's, and I hear all those concerns. You can poison him to death really quickly, or just outwit his defense, and off you go. And I guess that's for most people. But as you said, for 30 points, I still think he's just a really valuable person to have on any of those scientist teams, or past or future teams. It just can fit onto so many people. And so for 50 points, to have both of them, it's got a bit of team fluff there by having 2 for 50. I just think I hear the concerns about. I think he will probably get better as we get more of these keywords as well, and some things to go with. I think it can be a really valuable thing. And I'm probably disappointed that I don't actually own one myself.
Do you have 1 or 2?
I don't have any.
Oh, you have 0 for the
I
moment.
wasn't fought. Yeah, I got 0 flashes,
Okay.
which is
It's not
which will-
easy to find,
which I'll-
right?
yeah, that's why I've got to go
It's one
back
of
to
the
the
harder ones.
3. Yeah, 3 questions. Well, because you want to have 2, if not 3 of them, so you can play all 3 at your point value, but you want to play 2, so it's just going to make it hard to get. That's why I'll go back to the 3 questions too many and probably spend my $5,000 on trying to find flashes.
Okay.
Chris, what do you think of the Flash?
Did we lose Chris?
No, I'm still here.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Okay.
He's still there. So you're fine. What do you think of the Flash? You've obviously haven't had a chance to play him, but you've probably seen and heard about him.
Yeah, he seems pretty good, I would say. His kind of numbers are all over the place a little bit. I mean, on the one dial you got a 12 attack, on another you got 9. Yeah, he's versatile is what it is, so you can throw him into anything pretty much. I'd say he's pretty good.
And also the policing ability that you can copy with someone else, right? So that also gives this, and he has the team player, so that can copy something else. It's really, really
wild
cool.
card, yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, and just even in the Wonder Woman set, you team him up with Prime Giganta.
Yep.
Because she's a scientist.
She's
She's
both
25
are.
points, and she has the Wonder Woman team ability. So then the Flash copies that, and she's got team players, so she can copy the PD if need be. And yeah, I think his versatility makes him that MVP at the moment.
Yeah,
That for
probably.
me, and that's why I want to get my hands on one. Don't get me wrong, there's other really great figures out there, but I just was thinking the Flash is, in that top 5
Mm-hmm.
at least, I think, if not top 3.
So, question for next week as well. Rank your 5 top clicks.
All right, we'll do that in the power ranking then.
Next week, right?
The
Not
power
today.
5 ranking.
Not today. Next week.
Yeah.
Just to be clear.
Okay. That's. I
Right
keep
in
adding
the
new
ideas
questions in
there,
during the
Ralph.
show, Raph. And yeah, so that's that. I thought about the Flash, and thanks for sharing that with me, boys, as well. It was good to hear your input. And yeah, Raph, I like that because sometimes I don't look at the weaknesses as much as I probably should on a figure. I just look at, wow, this looks really great fun. So that's really good to look at that. And so having that opportunity to play it is.
Yeah, it's because I played him like quite a lot, and I realized that he usually dies. So if you can accept that, you said, okay, I'm gonna do this, he's gonna die, right? So that's okay. If you're okay with this, like you're gonna lose your 30 points because, and most of the times he's going by himself, right? So you just throw him. Like you TK with Oz and give the 2 extra from Oz and 2 extra from the other Flash and just send him alone, right? So that's usually what people do. But he will be stuck there, right? And then if that's the plan, I probably go with Sky Tyrant. That's the thing, like you have to compare Flash with Sky Tyrant, I would say, because you're using 2 flashes, it's 50 points. You can have the same 50 points in Sky Tyrant with penetrating damage, hit and return back, and I think like it's just rough. You have to compare both. It's rough.
And it's hard to compare many things to Sky Tyrant. Sky Tyrant is an amazing 50 points.
Yeah.
So, but I'd totally go, do I play Sky Tyrant or do I play 2 flashes? I guess it comes down to what you're picking in.
Yep.
Cool. So that's our power rankings on the Flash.
Cool.
Okay. Chris, hand it over to you. I think we're pretty close to the end of our show. So if you want to do a quote of the week and take us there.
All right, quote of the week. I try to find stuff that's sports related or game related. So I found this one. Failure doesn't mean game over. It means try again with experience. So that means if you lose, just a different experience to come back and try a different pathway on the next time. So, yeah, that's my quote of the week.
Nice.
Valuable thing for
I liked it.
people to remember.
Yep.
Cool.
Failure is not the end, bud.
But in the video game, it says game over.
Well, individual game it is, but
Yeah.
there's always save points.
You can.
Trust me, I know. I'm playing Final Fantasy VII again, so there's always save points.
Well, not in Dark Souls.
Oh well, that's a game I'm not touching with a 10-foot pole.
Well, boys, I've really enjoyed it again tonight talking about heroclix and what we've been doing in Australia. So, and things, and as we continue to move through our heroclix experience, and thank you for sharing tonight. Let's bring it to another episode to a close and turn off the Barbie. We'd like to thank you for tuning into the show, and remember to have a great week. And remember that even a plan is better than no plan at all. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.
Rafael.
Yeah.
Thanks. Keep your sticks on the ice.
Thank you. Have a good night.